And welcome back to another episode of Alliterations. This month, I'm going to be talking about Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. This book came out in late 60s, 70? Okay, 69, yeah, right, 1969. Uh, I read this last night. I read this uh, uh, while at work. Uh, it's about 300 pages, and it's probably the fastest 300-page book I've read in a long time. Like I said, I just flew through this book like the bird in the title, I guess. Um, it is a really um, heart-wrenching book in a lot of ways, but also joyous in some ways too. Maya Angelou writes very, very well, and in a way that makes you feel every word that she's writing, every word that her character is going through. Um, and I think that's a really powerful ability. Uh, and as such, it was a really interesting look at history and culture and sort of uh, inter-family dynamic and relationships of uh, Black culture, Black people in the South, and then eventually California um, in the first half of the 1900s. And like I said, really, really, really good book. Um, I started reading it uh, after I've been on my to read list for a long time. I've been on my American classics shelf for a long time. My wife had read it before, and she enjoyed it. She said that she thought I would like it. Just there were just other books and other things to do, other books to read, other things to do. But then the sort of the straw broke the camel's back was hearing that they had banned the book from uh, the Naval Academy Library. Well, I'm a big fan of reading banned books, uh, especially when they're true American classics like this. And I also wanted to see what the fuss was about. Why would they ban this? I really don't know. I have to say that there's nothing in here that is propaganda or you know, anything stupid like that that some people might say. There's it's just the story of this woman's life, you know, uh, and it's a really powerful story. And it talks about her molestation when she was 8 years old, uh, the criminal justice system that didn't exactly protect her molester, but certainly didn't really help her out a whole lot, her and her family, in trying to get justice for those crimes. It talks about just growing up and becoming a young woman in a world that is tough, tough world, and uh, especially when you're a racial minority like she is. A black woman growing up in the South. There was talk of the Jim Crow South, and there was talk of sundown towns and that sort of thing. So that's why somebody wants to ban the book. Well, then they should just read up on the history and stop trying to protect that history. Just try to expose it what it is. It's not, it's one of those things where I'm a historian by trade, and I always think about that as, you know, by trying to cover it up, all you're doing is uh, is protecting it, and that's not history that we need to protect. I don't think we need to forget it. I don't think we need to rewrite it. I certainly don't think we should endorse it, but it happened, and let's talk about it. And let's talk about how we move on from it. And I think from reading, I know why the caged bird sings. That's the impression I got from Maya Angelou too. She wasn't trying to hide it. She wasn't trying to say you need to rewrite this, or that you know you have to repay me for the wrongs you did to me, or anything like that. She's saying that once it's out in the open, once we can talk about it freely, then we can begin to move on from it. And we can all get better, and we can all do better. And I think that's a really powerful message in today's world where everybody's trying to rewrite our history, uh, and to fit their own agendas. Uh, and and I think that this is a really, really good book for dyslexia. I read it in it's 290 pages or so. I read it in like 2.5 hours, 2 hours maybe. I just flew through it. It's so easy to read. It's one of those things where while it deals with, and that's a sign of another sign of really good writers that when you she's dealing with tough topics, child molestation, race relations, family dynamics, you puberty, and just all these sorts of really difficult things that a lot of people go through, but it can be difficult to talk about at the same time. And she writes about it so clearly and concisely that I think it's very much appreciated. And that it's so easy, especially when dealing with such difficult subject matter, that one can't help but admire her writing. And it makes me want to see, read some other books that were a couple other books that she had. I want to check out her poetry. I don't read enough poetry, so um, yeah, I would 100% um, check out I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. It's a really good book, really thoughtful, engaging, fast, and you, I think you'll gain a lot from it by reading it. And I think it'll gain a lot of perspective. And so, with that, I will let you go, but I appreciate you stopping by. Make sure to like and subscribe. Uh, Next month, there, yeah, another on a piece on alliterations. The Grandmothers by Glenway Westcott. And then I'm not sure what we're going to talk about in July, but I'm sure we'll find something. So make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.